$96 million is the guaranteed money.
Oh.
So
So 96 million plus a 60. So 96 million guaranteed of the 140.
Yep.
Then another 65 in signing bonus.
yeah,
Get your money, black man.
yeah, no doubt. Get the
Get
bag.
your money, black man.
Get the bag, man.
Highest paid player in the NFL right now.
Yes. Let alone highest paid quarterback.
Yeah.
In the NFL. Yeah. When you look at Russell Wilson's production over the years, one Super Bowl title, probably should have had a second one. You look
How he's running for his life.
how you look at the consistency, the durability, hasn't missed a game. The touchdown interception ratio is like
second highest in NFL history.
Yeah, it's like 8-1, something crazy. Yeah, you can't let that guy go. Now, what does this mean going forward for the franchise and Russell Wilson? There's probably going to be...
You better fix that offensive line.
There's probably going to be some 8-8, 9-7 seasons.
You think so?
Well, if we're looking at the history, and we talked about it, last week, where you pay the quarterback, it lessens the chances of you putting pieces elsewhere around the franchise. Which is why GMs at this stage of the game, you're just going to have to be close to perfect when it comes to drafting guys and, making sure that these guys can start right away. That's really what it's coming down to. So, like you said, he needs an offensive line. GM got to draft. He's got to build it through the draft.
Well, here's why I think this situation is just a tad bit different from that conversation we had then. And when we had that conversation, we were speaking about Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
The minor difference, or not even a minor, the difference in that situation and this situation is that the Packers had a bad defense when they gave him the contract. They didn't have a running game when they gave him this contract. You had Devontae Adams, and that was really what you had as far as somebody that was going to push the envelope and help out.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
In the Russell Wilson situation, though, top rushing team last year.
No doubt.
Decent defense. Let's not act like and the Legion of Boom is gone. But this defense ain't no bad defense. This ain't no slouch defense.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
And there's nobody that's requiring a whole bunch of money right now. And the next, all those guys are young. The Griffin brothers are young. Maybe Frank Clark, but I think Frank Clark just got a contract last year, extension or something last year.
Right.
Running backs, all of them are young. Doug Baldwin might ask for some money, but how much can he really ask for?
He'll go somewhere else.
He can't ask. Well, I think he'll stay because he can't ask for. He can't ask for top money. At least I would think he can't ask for top receiver market money.
He can't, but he shouldn't. But there's a franchise out there that's gonna be like, we need a receiver, and if we gotta overpay to get your ass, that's true. We're gonna do it.
But even with that, even if he does go, I forget that Lockett is there, solid guy. It's another receiver missing. My point is that it's not like he's ever had a number one to throw to.
No, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
so
I get it.
They'll be fine with how they run their offense. They'll be just fine. I think they'll have I think they'll be a decent team. I think they'll be better than I think they'll be a playoff team consistently. And let's be clear, this past year they made the playoffs.
No question. No question about it. And I'm just more so referring to just kind of moving forward in the next 4 or 5 years. We'll see how things transpire, because there's situations out there and previous situations where the quarterback gets the money and all of a sudden the team doesn't make the playoffs. I mean, we could say that about the Giants in previous years. We've said that about the Chargers in previous years. We've said that about the Ravens in previous years, and even the Falcons and the Saints.
When you talk about paying the quarterback,
when you're talking about paying the quarterback, and then other pieces that played a role in the team either took money elsewhere, the team couldn't re-sign that person, or they just, the GM just hasn't been able to put together good drafts.
I don't think.
in the past.
I don't think that this, and obviously this is, but I think we're confident saying that the Seahawks draft well. I think that's a safe thing to say.
I think they draft okay. I think they draft okay. Like the guys that are there now, Bobby Wagner was drafted by them.
Yeah.
Right. The running backs, Carson drafted by them.
They drafted a guy this year as well.
Right. Lockett was. Russell Wilson, of course. And a few other guys. The Griffins.
Yeah.
The Griffins. So.
Earl Thomas was drafted by Seattle.
Yeah, but he's not there no more.
I'm just saying.
Right. But you're talking
caliber
in previous
of
seasons.
caliber of players they've drafted in this regime. They know what they're doing.
Certainly, for certain.
They don't have an expensive team.
For certain.
And they're a playoff team.
Yeah, right now.
And then when you look at the NFC, who's the major players in the NFC? Rams. You don't really believe them.
Well, you don't believe them when it comes to what?
The Seahawks can beat them if it means going to the Super Bowl.
If it means going to the Super Bowl, now you're talking something different. I don't know if the Seahawks are a Super Bowl contender.
Who's a Super Bowl contender in the NFC to you that you think the Seahawks don't have a shot at beating?
I think, I think in that conference anybody can beat anybody.
That's my point.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. The problem is that the NFC is so deep that anybody can rise to the top and just come out of nowhere. It's not like if they were in the AFC, I'd be like, okay, they're closer to a Super Bowl contending team than they would be if they were in the NFC.
Why?
Because the AFC is not deep as the NFC.
Okay.
In terms of Super Bowl contending teams,
I'm looking at it more like anybody can beat anybody in the NFC.
right?
And that's why they have a better shot of going to the Super Bowl in the AFC. You're not confident they're beating the Chiefs. You're not confident they're beating the Patriots.
But it's
Sure.
I thank God for the haters.